Hey, how are you doing today? Welcome to Review Sesh. If you've been here before, I really do appreciate you coming back to visit me. And if you haven't been here before, give me just one moment. Let me tell you a little bit about who I am and what I do. So my name's Mike, and what I do is I review federally legal hemp products and devices. So it doesn't really matter whether it's a consumable product of any kind or whether it's a functional device of any type. We're going to be checking out all of that stuff on this channel. I really do hope you enjoy the content that I'm making for you. So guys, we are actually today doing an unboxing of a functional device. We're looking at a new Erig. This one has been floating around all over social media. You guys have probably seen, some of you guys will have seen this one, and I'm really, really excited to get it out of the box and try it out. But before we do that, I want to go ahead and kick it back to the previous me, and he's going to go ahead and reiterate to you guys a little bit about what we do on this channel, and he might even be able to explain a little bit about what THCA is to you. And then after that, we're going to hop right into the unboxing. Alright, as you guys know, I review federally legal hemp products and devices on this channel. And some of these products have THCA in the name. And THCA is one of those things that has an awful lot of people confused right now. So if you're one of those people that's confused, give me just one moment. Let me explain a little bit. I might be able to educate you a little bit about what THCA actually is. And THCA stands for tetrahydrocannabinolic acid. And it's the naturally occurring compound found on all hemp plants everywhere. Basically, it's the precursor to what we know now as Delta 9 THC. All right. So, in and of itself, though, guys, THCA is not psychoactive. You're not going to go out and eat a piece of a hemp plant and get any elevated effects. It does not work like that. It first has to undergo a process called decarboxylation. And decarboxylation may sound like a fancy chemistry word, and it's because it is, but it's very simple in principle. And it simply means application of heat. So it doesn't really matter whether it's environmental heat, just the heat of the sun, it's a hot day outside, or, we're applying some artificial heat with some flame or with an electronic heat source like I like to use. We are decarboxylating that THCA molecule, and it's dropping that A right off the end of that molecule chain, and it's leaving you with good old-fashioned THC. So, guys, I want to be very clear on this. For all intents and purposes, the THC that everybody that you've ever spoken to or has ever spoken about before this, before 2018, they have been referring to THCA, the naturally occurring compound found on the plant. All right? Very clear about that. It is basically the same thing everybody's always spoken about. But the great thing is, since 2018 in the federal farm bill, we can get all these things to our doors. We don't have to go out and, you know, deal with strange people at odd times of night, potentially go out and, waste our time at the least and risk our safety at the worst. Now we just get it mailed to us, and when you get your packages in the mail, you're going to be getting something like this. This is a letter, a notice to law enforcement and the Postal Service. And it just dictates what is in the package, and it does list the applicable sections of the 2018 Farm Bill that the things in the package are covered under. Very important to hold on to these guys. You don't want to get rid of these right now. They pack flat. Just hold on to them. There's no reason to throw these out at this moment. For the foreseeable future, hold on to these and hold on to any COAs or certificates of analysis that you may have with your products. All right. All right, guys. Now that that's out of the way, we're going to be looking at the FunFuse Erig. Some of you guys may have seen this. This has been floating around all over Instagram, all over a bunch of different socials. Other creators have already been checking this out. So some of you guys may have already seen this. I'm really personally excited to be opening it up and checking it out. It has an interesting aesthetic to it that I think I like. You know, so get all that noisy plastic off of there. We're gonna open this up. So far, so good. Nice packaging. Oh, wow. As soon as we open it up, look at that, guys. There it is in all of its glory. That is a really nice piece. What I like about it is it does look a little more just aesthetically mature, put it that way. It looks like something that is just very, very pleasing to the eye. And I can tell it's probably going to be nicely functional too. Let's see if we got anything else in this package. And we do. It looks like it comes with two atomizers. There's our booklet. There's our Type C charging cord, and that is what the contents of this is. Right. Go ahead and set that back there. So what we're looking at here, guys, is we have bottom piece. Obviously, you got a little mat down there, so it sits down nicely. Don't scuff up on anything. Um, pretty pretty sleek design. This up here is for concentrate. That's a very deep bucket for concentrate, so you can store some concentrate up there. And that is press fit like most other bubblers. This press fits in. Very simple atomizer chamber. It's a 510 thread. I really like that. So you'll fill that up and that'll just press fit in right like that. Should be fairly simple to use. This is going to be one of those that when you use it, you'll be pulling the top off of it every time you're using it. We have an atomizer right there. These atomizers for this device are actually very cheap. They're about, I don't know, $12 a piece or something like that. Very cheap compared to some others. So that's nice. Yeah, and somewhere in there it does say there's some more silicone for the base. If I can get the box open. There, gotta be in there somewhere. There it is. Yep, that's what those are. Little silicone rings for the base. And there's three additional ones in there according to this. So, well, three, including that one that's on there. So two additional ones. Well, that's good. You don't have to worry about that getting worn out too bad. You'll have two additional base rings because you will be taking that out off of there every time you're loading it. So you don't want it to be getting worn out. All right. See what we got. There is a hmm. Alrighty then. There we go. Oh, that's what I was looking for. That's the reclaim chamber, guys. So reclaim's gonna get pulled down through here if there's any reclaim, and it's gonna hit this down here. And then you can just scrape it out easily. That's silicone in there, so it'll clean out real nicely. And that's a magnetic. I thought it was a screw, so I was trying to unscrew it, but it's a magnetic. That's going to be very convenient for keeping this piece clean, guys. I'm not sure I've ever seen that in a device like this. It's very interesting. All right, so let's see. I'm assuming it's just basic stuff. Click 5 times to turn on. Yep. Click 3 times to change the power setting. And there were 5, so you got 9.5 watts on blue, 11 watts on green, 13 watts on white, 15 watts on red, and 17 watts on yellow. I think I'm going to shoot right for the middle, and I'm going to go for the white setting to start it out with. So we're going to click 3 times, times 2. Now we're in green. Now we're on white. So that's about halfway through the heat settings. Nice. All right, well, guys, I'm going to go ahead and take a cut here, and I'm going to make sure I have enough charge on this to actually take it through a couple of rips for you. And I'm going to go make sure I get some water in the bubbler, and then we're going to get it together, and I'm going to let you guys know what I think about this FunFuse from GreenDeagle.com. Really, really excited to try this piece. So hang tight. We'll be right back. Alright guys, we're back and we're looking at the FunFuse Erig from GreenDeagle.com. This is going to be really interesting, I think. It did come with a full charge, and I put a small, I think that's a 3 millimeter Turk Pearl in there. Um, the actual bubbler fills really, really easily, fills really nicely. Really nice function to it. Wonderful function on the bubbler. And you guys watched my last video, or one of my last videos anyway. I did a little review of the Shop Hello Mary hash burger live rosin. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. So we're going to be dabbing some of that into this. And I'm not going to glob it too terribly big. I'm not going to put my normal size dab in here. I mean, my normal size dabs are fairly large. I'm going to go with a more moderate size. And this is, I really do wish I had a hot knife, guys. I do not have one yet, and I have yet to bother acquiring one. It's probably something I should work on. Alright, so with that in there, we're just going to put the top on there. Press fit right on top. Alright, and we're going to give it 2 clicks for the session mode. Now this thing says it'll be warm in 10 seconds and 15 seconds to full temperature. Pretty good action. It's got a little bit of restriction there. I like that. We're going to go ahead and heat it up and see what we got. And this right here, this is how you clear it. This is this little button here that opens up a draft hole to help you clear it. You can definitely feel the difference of a restriction when I open that up. All right, there it goes. And it's flashing and it's going to be vibrating, and it even makes a little sound when it's done heating. Yeah, it made a little sound. Not bad. It's a short session. I'm not sure if there's a way to increase the timer on there, but it heats so fast, I'm not sure it matters. Not too bad. You can look at this bucket. Not horrible. Now this is a porous ceramic, guys. So I want you to be very aware. Most of the rigs that we're used to using, these days anyway, are glazed ceramic. And I do not know if they have an intention to create a glazed ceramic uh, atomizer for this, but be very aware this is porous. So like I just did, if you're not careful, you can wind up with some fibers in there from your Q-tip. And alright, no harm, no foul. Easy enough to clear out. So yeah, that is a porous uh, ceramic right there. Though because it's porous, guys, keep in mind these coils are only uh, I think 11.99 a piece or something like that. They're not very expensive at all. Um, Also, a hot knife here would probably come in handy. But I really like the aesthetic of this, guys. It is easy enough to pop on and off the top. And I do plan on continuing to use this for a little while. I'm really interested in this reclaim thing there. You can kind of already see where there's been some warm air been pulling through it. So I'm kind of wondering how well that sort of a reclaim catch thing works out. So go for another session. I got to be honest, guys. I'll probably wind up cranking this thing up to full power. Probably. I tend to run things hot, but I really do like the aesthetic of this thing. It's pretty nifty. Really, pretty good hits too. I gotta say, getting fairly decent flavor. Pretty good rips. There's no toggle or anything like that to clear it. But I do have that pearl in there, and I think I got that spinning a little bit. And it's not too bad. Like I say, it's porous, so you can see a little bit of darkening in there. But for what I'm hitting in there, it's actually very clean still. And as you can see, there's a gap in there on that atomizer. All right, that gap is there. See if I can show this to you without pulling out without dropping my turp pearl. Underneath that atomizer, guys, look at that. That's where your reclaim goes. And it goes all the way through that tube, all the way to the base, right there. Easy, easy to clean. And if this gets clogged, you're just running something through it, brush or something like that through it. Um, Super, super cool feature. I'd like to see more rigs have that sort of a feature. That's going to be a game changer, I think, in the device industry. Um, that type of a feature for easy cleaning, easy reclaim, cleaning. Um, so yeah, really, really nice. I do quite like it. So you guys will be seeing this in upcoming reviews. I do have a few, couple more, two or three more rosin reviews. I've got some other concentrates that are coming up, and you guys will be seeing more of the FunFuse um, from GreenDeagle. It's a very interesting rig. Very simple, very affordable. Um, and I mean, people are loving it right now. I do like that, you do have one hand function. You can heat it and you can clear it all with one hand. You don't have to worry about holding and toggling and all of this sort of stuff. You can kind of just sit there and hit it. And I had the feeling like it could probably handle some pretty hefty sized dabs. Um, without much worry of losing too much of anything because I mean at the end of the day this is a porous atomizer, so it's going to be heating and it's going to be cooking off really fast compared to a glazed atomizer, and most of what you put on there to concentrate, anything that doesn't go straight through that you can capture as reclaim, you're going to be using up. I don't think there's going to be a lot of reclaim and stuff getting stuck in crevices and in between gaskets and things like that, like we've had on previous e-rigs on the market. Some of those are a nightmare to clean. This, I feel like, will be exceptionally easy to clean. So, I hope you guys have liked this little unboxing for the FunFuse by GreenDeagle. We will be coming back to it in the future. And if you have any questions about it, just let me know. I'll be getting to know it more over the next week or so, myself. So if there's any questions you might have, go ahead and ask me so I can go ahead and learn what I need to about this device. This is, to my knowledge, it's the first device from GreenDeagle of this type, and I can see a lot of potential in upgrade and future iterations of this device. I do believe that they offer customization options, custom skins, and that sort of stuff that you can uh, custom order. So go over there to greendeagle.com and check them out. Very interesting stuff. Um, at an affordable price, from what I can tell. um, so guys, we've got more flower reviews coming up. I have a new vendor coming up very shortly. Might even be the next video you see. Got a new vendor coming up. Got more from the usual vendors that you're used to seeing. I've got a couple of edibles, I believe, coming up. I think I have a couple more devices coming up soon. Guys, we got a lot going on, and on top of that, I'm gonna start working on more educational content. I was speaking to somebody recently, and tell them, I'm a terpene chaser. I'm all about those flavors, and they made a good point. They said, well, what about flavonoids? Terpenes are one thing, but what about flavonoids? And you know, a lot of people have this misconception that terpenes are smells, flavonoids are tastes. Well, both flavonoids and terpenes are responsible for both smell and taste. And um, studies kind of they're starting they show that up to 80% of what we perceive as taste is actually due to our olfactory sense or our sense of smell. So I'm really interested in learning more about what the relationship between terpenes and flavonoids are for this plant. And hopefully, as I learn, I'll be able to share some of that with you guys, and maybe together we can find what our favorite flavor profile really is. You know, I think I'm probably going to be searching for my next favorite for the rest of my life. But maybe if I start, learning more about flavonoids in addition to terpenes, maybe I could start to actually pinpoint more closely what I'm looking for. Maybe it'll open up a whole new world of experience for me with this plant. So, you guys stay tuned for that. As always, if you guys can like, comment, subscribe, that helps me out a ton. If you guys are interested in, supporting the channel, I would really greatly appreciate it. I don't often, mention my codes and stuff, guys, but if you're interested, um, check out my campsite bio. It's in my bio. And that's got all my codes, including for this here, Shop Hello Mary, and every place else. Anything that you do to support my channel will be going right back into my channel. I don't take any proceeds, which are fairly little for my channel. I don't take any proceeds and use them outside of my channel. They go into more better cameras, green screens, new lighting, that sort of thing. So I do greatly appreciate you guys being here, and I hope to be bringing you some amazing stuff very soon. So if you stick with me and keep on keeping on, guys, and I'll be back at you very, very soon. And until then, I want you to keep staying lifted and keep staying blessed. Take care of yourselves and your families, and I'll see you real soon. Peace.